everybody? we and we are live with Sandman Slim and myself, Wing King Tizar, for another episode of That's Entertainment with our special guest this time, Yaujta Blazer, the one and only, our companion, our friend, part of one of our discords that we're in, the main discord we're in.
Anal infection.
Sand preserve.
Anal infections are bad.
Did that jerky, that you had, did that give you?
Okay, so yeah, that sucked.
So for those who don't know anything about it, you can go check out, which we will have the links in the description. That's what Yaujta had on his stream last week, I think.
It was painful.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the next day. That's the key.
Yeah,
question.
really. We didn't know. So before we let's start the interview here about Yaujta. How was that the next day? Because you had milk as well.
Okay, so
Right.
the package specifically says on the package it says, "So hot it will make you suffer twice." They were not joking. They were not joking at all.
No false advertisement on that one.
No, it hurt. It hurt a lot, and the milk didn't help. It just sped things along a lot quicker.
Did it last more than a day, or was it just the next day and then after that you're okay? Because I don't know. I'm not doing like as spicy as you will, but still.
Okay, so because of how my lactose intolerance is, it hit me about 5 hours after I ate it.
God damn, that quick?
That quick,
Oof.
yes.
Damn.
It was a good few hours after the stream had already ended. I was sitting there playing video games with Smokey and V, and even Alan. And all of a sudden, I'm like, "Oh, guys, I gotta go." So I rush up to the bathroom and do the thing. It burns like crazy. Like it is killing me. It hurts so fucking bad.
Honey, my asshole's on fire.
Well, she's still asleep at this point.
So obviously you weren't screaming too bad.
I mean, I wasn't far from it, but anyways. So anyways, it hurt me so bad that I was supposed to be sleeping throughout the day where I worked night shifts. I couldn't sleep for squat because of the aftermath. So yeah, I don't recommend it unless you really, really want to hurt.
Yeah, I will not do it.
No, I won't. No, that would put me in the hospital.
That is by far the hottest thing I have ever put in my mouth, and the hottest thing that has ever came out of my rear.
Really? I thought that would be No Name.
You would think, but no name didn't hold a candle to that.
No, I would not expect him to.
No, that hurt a lot.
So Yaujta, what got you into streaming? Well, I guess first of all, how did you pick your name, and then what got you into streaming?
Great. We got to hear this again.
Oh, you shut up. All right, for those who have no clue who the hell I am, if you look up here on the top corner of my screen, you'll see a predator mask. That is actually one of their biomasks. What got me into the name was my extreme
Obsession.
Yeah, we'll go with obsession. I like that word. We'll go with obsession. My extreme obsession with the Predator franchise. I like the whole concepts of how the Predator works, i.e. the hunter. Why they called him Predator, I'll never fucking know. Predators hunt out of necessity. Hunters hunt out of the sport, which is essentially what a Predator does. Now, if you get
That sounds
into...
more badass.
Yes and no. But the term Yautja is actually the species name of the creatures. So, essentially, my massive love for the Predator. That's what got me into this is what chose the name.
There you go. That's okay. Nice. And
Now,
now
my old school name was actually Damn Soul. That was my name for many, many years, and then I decided to retire it.
That's when I met him with that name.
Yeah, right before I retired it, yep.
Mm-hmm. And I was named something else before I picked Sandman Slip.
Yes, you were.
will you reveal what that is?
iZombie 1221.
Okay.
Yep.
For those who are still trying to hunt me, come on, let's go.
Let's go, dog. Hey, yeah, before I change my name, there's a long story on that one. I actually met this tool in Fallout 76, and
When it was decent.
yeah, when it was actually still decent, the game was still good, and me and Sandman decided to be some of the biggest assholes.
No.
Fools, if you would. Oh God,
no, not you two. No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We pissed off a few different clans. He had already pissed off a couple clans before I even met him, and then we just pissed off more.
That's what I do, man. Come on.
So yeah, we became some of the biggest tool bags and more hunted tool bags before we finally quit because the game turned to absolute shit.
Yeah, not because we were hunted. That was the fun part.
Yeah, that was the fun part. That was fun. Like the adrenaline rush, the fights. It was great.
And then they screwed it all.
Until Bethesda hosed the game, and it was just like, seriously?
Bethesda does that a lot recently, though.
Yes, they do.
We could have a whole podcast about talking about Bethesda.
We probably could.
We'll bring you back for that, Yaujta. Don't worry.
All right, I'm down.
We'll bring you back. In fact, I'm going to write that down so I don't forget.
There you
go. So what?
How did Bethesda screw us all?
That'll be the title of it.
Title, yeah, definitely. And we can go even farther, and we can go to the next one after that is how EA screwed the rest of us.
Oh God, that's an entire podcast too.
There is a meme that I have to look it up. I won't remember it exactly, but it's basically says like EA is basically like, "Where's my money? Where's my money?"
Yeah.
Like from Family Guy. That's like what EA is now, essentially.
Where's my money? Where's my money, people? Where's my money?
You sure it's not Futurama and Take My Money?
No, it's not that one. I have it on my phone. I'll have to look at it at some point. It's somewhere in there, but
because I think they could do something with that too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's another show where you can do like a lot with.
Oh God, yeah.
But on that note, Sandman, we'd be like on certain things that we're super excited about, like, oh yeah, please take my money, please.
Yes.
Take it.
Take it.
True.
Take it.
Can't have a negative connotation with that. But how long have you been streaming for now, Yaujta?
I've been streaming for about a year
No,
year and a half.
More. We're almost on 2 years, man.
Are we seriously?
When is your 2-year stream anniversary?
Coming up soon.
Question. I'll actually have to look. That is a very, very good question.
It would be 24 months, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I've been subscribed to you for about 18. So do the math.
It would probably not be long. Listen, time flies when you're having fun.
But I was gonna say, like, it's been a long time. Like, I remember meeting you both, and I can't believe it's been almost 2 years.
So what got me started on streaming is, to be quite frank, I was just playing video games and having fun with the crew, my friends, and I was like, you know what? I'm already playing video games. Why the hell not? We'll just go ahead and show off whatever the hell we're doing. And so I did. So I started that. What really started it at first was I was making just videos and just uploading them to YouTube. To which I took a lot of tips, tricks from Sandman because he's teaching me how to do the whole video producing thing on the PlayStation because there's a lot more into it than what I was doing it. And he was teaching me a couple different things to do on there. And I was just doing that. And I was like, you know what? We'll just start streaming. We're already here. We're taking off, having fun. We'll just start doing that. So I did. And then me and Sandman, we got to talking a lot more about it. And we decided, like, you know what? Let's get a little bit more hardcore into this. And here we are.
Took off from there.
Yeah, it's taken off.
I wouldn't say take off from there. Slow, steady rise from there, maybe.
I mean, don't get it wrong. When it comes to streaming, there's a lot of work. There's a lot more work than a lot of people give credit for it.
There is.
I've talked to a few different people out there, especially when I was telling them when I was first getting into it, like, oh, well, that's just an easy job.
No,
the fuck it ain't.
No, it's not.
There's a lot of work involved when it comes to being the streaming business. And
no, the only easy part about it is
when you actually when you hit that button for
off
starting the stream.
No, the easiest part is when you're stopping the stream and you're all right. I'm done. That's the easy part.
There's a lot of work into it, and a lot of people don't truly realize that.
But it's a lot of fun.
Well, it's a lot of fun, but Yaujta's right. the actual picking the games, obviously, that you like, but that people are going to like
I'll go
for the
watch.
most part. Your content and becoming your own character. Then you got to go and find clips if you want to do that. Post them places.
Yes.
You got to be active in Discords. You got to be active in social media.
Social media.
And then you're hopefully going to be growing just because people find you from all that.
Yes. Not only that, but you got to be a performer on stream while you're doing it.
Sure.
You know, you can't just sit there and be like, "Yeah, I'm playing a game."
I think I
It doesn't work.
performed enough.
No,
Wait, hold on.
you will never perform enough.
Hold on. I think I've been performing
Oh,
enough.
how about wrap that around the death nut and have
There you
that.
go. And then put it in the
Yeah.
gummy bear. And then put it in the gummy bear and eat
Yeah,
that.
1 million channel
No.
points. Yes.
No.
Let's do that. 1 million channel points with unlimited
Actu-
contributions in 30 days.
Listen,
Hell,
dog.
No one
No.
will ever do it.
No. Speaking of, hold on. Speaking of, I am. Oh shit! All right, so my next stream, I will be eating the gummy bear.
Ah, yes.
We hit the 500.
Did
We
you
hit the 500
really?
mark. Yep.
So for those who see this before Sunday, make sure you tune into Yautja's stream and watch him eat that nasty ass gummy bear that dumbass is gonna eat. Cat, if you don't fucking stop, I swear to God. Get your ass down.
Yeah, we hit the 500 mark. So
You're crazy.
I don't even think I've hit 500 yet.
apparently which I'm just now looking here at my analytics. I found an Overwatch streamer yesterday, and I was sitting there just kind of annoying the crap out of her, and apparently she followed me back. I didn't realize it.
Nice.
That happens to me all the time.
I just looked. So yeah, we hit 500. So good luck to my intestines.
Again,
Again, yeah, exactly. Although I don't think this one's going to be as bad because the Scoville units, okay. The Scoville units of the Death Nut, the hottest Death Nut, you're looking at 13 million Scoville units.
he's talking Greek to now. This is all you, Chicken Little.
Scoville Units is, for those who don't know, aka Sandman, measures basically is the type of heat in a pepper. So jalapeno pepper has like on average 1,000 Scoville units, and it just goes up from there.
So the rank 5 Death Nut on here is about 13 million Scoville units, which is literally right here on the bottom of the package.
Yeah.
The meat that my old partner bought said it was hotter than the Death Nut Challenge. It doesn't actually say what the Scoville units is on it. I would probably have to research it. But it was definitely by far hotter than the Death Nut.
And your old partner was
Jenny Lynn.
Jenny. There you go. Well, say her name. She's a part of the community. She deserves it.
Well, that's why I said Jenny Lynn. That's what her community name is.
Yes.
So anyways, that was definitely by far hotter than the Death Nut Challenge. Like I said, it was definitely the hottest thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Such no name stick.
You'd have to put some heavy capsaicin crystals on that bad boy. And I honestly think the little nitro, if I'm absolutely correct, it's right here on the back of it, 9 million, so it's not going to be as hot.
Oh, okay. But you
It's-
deserve
And
a
he
little
was
bit of a break.
he was scared to do that one.
I was scared to do this one.
Yeah, he did the other ones first.
I did the other ones first, yeah, so this one's actually not going to be that terrible. But here's going to be the biggest kicker. It's a gummy bear.
Yeah.
How much do gummy bears
Oh, it's gonna get stuck in your teeth.
And throat.
And for those who do not realize that I have the majority of my mouth is fake teeth.
Oh no!
What does sugar do to fake teeth?
Rot them.
No, it sticks to them, like
Okay.
heavily.
Oh no!
Excuse me for a second.
Sure.
This is going to be stuck all over the place. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get it back out of my mouth.
God Almighty, that's gonna be like,
It's going to be a spicy meatball.
yeah. Yikes. Ugh. I shudder just thinking about it.
Can I have milk for this?
Yeah, really.
Get
So-
to wear diapers the next day.
What is your favorite type of game to stream? Because you've streamed. I see you stream DBD, Overwatch. I've seen you stream. It's
4
been
Blood.
a while, but Back 4 Blood. But I was gonna say the party games, Jackbox. Like, what's your favorite game to stream? Regardless if like a lot of people like to watch it or not.
To be honest with you, it really depends because my streaming is not based on the video game. My streaming is based on the community. Um, when I first got into streaming, it was really all just about goofing off and showing off what we were up to. As we progressed into the streaming, the community turned into
Let's
a
torture
bunch
the fuck out of them.
of. Well, we weren't quite there yet.
That's now.
Yeah, that's now.
It's present day.
So the streaming kind of turned into a place where adults could come in, joke around, screw off, have fun. So long as we were all within the Twitch TOS, just being able to have fun. So I think I might have like maybe 2 kids that actually follow me. Everybody else is adults. So you got to think I'm at 500 followers. That's what 498 adults easy that follow me.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that because I would much rather have a bunch of adults because let's be realistic here. We all have jobs. We all work. We all have bills to pay. And we would like to go to a place where everyone knows your name. Anyways.
Yeah, shout out to
This
Cheers.
ain't Cheers, bitch.
I had to do it though.
I've seen it.
But
So. Before Sandman gripes at stuff that I haven't seen, I have seen Cheers.
Yeah,
I like it.
you better have seen Cheers.
It's good.
Okay. So it's really turned into a bunch of adults being able to come in and have fun. So when it comes down to the video games aspect, it's really all about what does everybody really feel like? Do we all want to hang out and actually just go ham together and fuck off and have fun and laugh and whatever? DBD can get extremely stressful some days, but it's a lot more fun with friends.
Yes,
it
it
really
is.
is.
Yep.
Which is
Honestly.
why I got Candy into it.
And that's why you pulled my ass into it.
Yes.
Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be playing it.
And Chicken Little.
Yep.
And Drank.
We had no name for a short bit, and then he said,
Yeah, that little punk ass bitch. That's some words for you, no name.
While I absolutely adore a lot of aspects about DBD, primarily playing with friends, I like competitive nature. We lost a lot of that competitive nature when we quit Fallout.
Yes, we did.
So I went into Paladins. Problem is with Paladins, it's free. You get a lot of cheaters. Kind of figured that out.
Get a lot of cake sniffers.
That too. Cake sniffers, mouth breathers.
Hey, you got to speak to them in their own language. You know, most of those people are.
They're not going to be
age.
watching this. They're not going to be listening
that
to
too.
this.
Oh, you never know.
So we got to talking to a few different others, and I ended up getting into Overwatch, and I love the competitive nature of it, so I really enjoy playing it. Sandman was letting me know about Back for Blood coming out, which is essentially a sequel / prequel of the Left 4 Dead series, which I truly enjoyed. So I'm like, we're definitely doing that.
Yes.
The Jackbox games we've been kind of taking a break on because we had some really bad trolls.
Yes, you had some issues with people.
Yeah, we had some really bad trolls that like to say dirty words that I don't even like, and God knows I'm a foul-mouthed person.
I had to say something to Drink just last stream about it.
Yeah, so we kind of took a break on that. I did bring it back for about an hour a couple weeks ago. Got people pretty happy about that, but we're kind of
slowly getting back into it.
Yeah,
it's kind of a slow process as we pay more attention to some of these nasty trolls. Like, trolling doesn't faze me. Trolling is fun, but when you get to a certain aspect of trolling, that's just no bueno.
The trolling where you're trying to hurt the other person's stream or get them banned or strikes on
else,
or hurt somebody else in some way or form is not the good kind of trolling.
Exactly.
Like the trolling that we do to each other.
Yes.
Like us three as well as in the community. It's all in good fun because we know when to not troll.
And we also know when not to go past a certain line.
Well, we all know where that line is, and none of us are near that line.
I tiptoe across it every day.
Wait a minute. But there's a certain line I know we all don't cross. So
yeah, that's the farther line.
Oh, okay. I must not be.
There's two lines.
Oh, okay. I guess I must not be near either of them.
There's a line that we tap dance on, and there's the line that gets you banned.
Exactly. We don't go near the banned line. We go the line that we can tiptoe across.
Exactly.
Cult leader.
Actually, me and Smokey, we were joking about it earlier. If we were anybody else, we'd get in trouble for sexual harassment.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
Because we're terrible people.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, so long as the other person knows about it and is cool with it.
Exactly. Which is why we're all
Well, that's
able to
called
do it.
consent, Sandman. So
Exactly. And therefore, not sexual
So
harassment.
there you go. Let me bring in the big terms here to the podcast. Consent.
I got your consent right here, bitch.
That reminds me of an episode actually on South Park, when they were bringing in the whole PC thing, and was a PC principal come in. He was over at the frat party, and he was like, "All right, let me see everybody's consent forms." As they're, all the rest of his frat boys were sitting there messing with other girls. He was like going door to door grabbing the consent forms.
Okay, then. Awesome.
Yeah. Sure did.
It's the way it should be in fucking college. Can you sign this waiver, please? All right, let's get to it.
Oh boy.
Whole PC stuff, I'm gonna tell you. But I mean, South Park's a big joke.
But
when it
just
comes to
think
a lot of
about it.
things.
I mean, then like 3 weeks later, she drags your ass to court. You be like, I got consent.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I would
Not a
not be
bad idea.
surprised if people, both guys and girls, did that in relationships now. If it gets, because it's gotten to that point. Not
Yeah, it's called a marriage certificate.
well, it's true.
Not always. Not always.
Not
no.
always. No.
Not
No.
always.
Oh, and that where it's called a what's the word for it? When you want to try to find out the identity of the baby daddy or baby mommy.
Maury.
Paternity test.
That's it.
Maury.
Dude, I am on 2 pain pills, no sleep.
What am I?
Shut
am
up.
I wrong? Maury? That's like basically what you do. You call up Maury, and he tells you.
We got Jerry Springer too.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
he's
you
not
don't
around
have it. He's
anymore,
a
though.
judge. He's a judge.
Is he judged? What?
What?
He's a judge.
What?
Yeah, he's a judge. He has his own judge television show. I kid you
No.
not. Look it up.
Fuck, I'm
Look
looking
it
this
up.
up right now.
Do it.
When did that happen?
A couple years ago, actually.
Judge.
Judge Jerry Springer.
Television judge. What the heck?
Oh my
Don't question me,
God.
man. Don't
Wow.
ever question me about TV shows
We
and
should
movies.
have
Don't
him
ever.
on the podcast.
Yeah, that would be fucking fantastic.
Judge Jerry.
Judge
Wow.
Jerry.
Judge Jerry.
Look that up.
2019 puts his law degree to use, hearing real
Holy crap.
cases and rendering verdicts.
Yep.
Why have I not? It's on NBC.
Yep.
Why
It's
have
in
I
the
not
morning.
seen this before?
It's in the afternoon. It's like 11, 12 o'clock,
Oh,
somewhere around there.
That's why.
That's
He's
why.
in
You
like-
probably...
He's in like season 3 now. This has
Yeah.
been going on for a minute. Holy
Yep.
shit.
And the funny thing is Candy's mother used to watch it. That's how I
First-
found out.
And guess
First
what?
episode date, September 9th of 2019.
And by the way, I looked up in part of this. He is technically indeed a real judge,
Yeah, he is.
a civil court judge.
He is. Yeah, he's a real judge.
Not one that can go over criminal cases, but
No, not that kind of judge.
he's
There's
a
different
civil
kinds.
court / arbitrator. So he's a real judge.
He's basically, he took his show, took his law degree, and smashed them together.
Yeah.
Basically what he did. But
I
it's
wanna-
hysterical. I watched a couple. It's funny as hell.
I'm gonna have to watch an episode or two because it's just Jerry Springer in general as a judge. That shit should be funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Make Judge Judy look like a little judge.
Okay. I hate
Judge
her.
Judy, that's
I
going to
hate
be
her.
sad when she retires, though.
Why? She should
She
retire now.
started
She's
the whole
horrible.
thing, basically.
She's horrible. Horrible human being.
Why is she horrible?
Have you ever watched the show?
Oh,
Actually,
yeah. She
I have actually.
The
rips,
way-
she
if
rips
she-
she rips the idiots apart. So I mean, it's okay.
She doesn't just rip the idiots. She rips everybody apart. If she ever talked to me like that, I'd be going to jail for murder. No one talks to me like I don't care who you are. You don't talk to me like that.
Yeah, but that's only if you talk to her in a bad way. She's not. So you don't.
No, she's done it to people who just tried to say hi to her. I've seen it.
Really, I have not.
Yes.
Seen it. I'll have to look that up. I've only seen it when she's like.
No, that
Like that way
they
to
show that
disrespect
more. They show
Yeah.
that more because they don't want her in a bad light. But I've seen it.
Well,
It was never on her show. It was just she would fucking scream at people who were trying to help her on the street.
really,
Like, valets and shit like that. She called them
Really?
fucking more. Yeah, I've seen it. She's a
Wow.
horrible human being.
Wow.
At least that's just my opinion. But I've seen the shit that she says. And
Mm.
that's the opinion I came to.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, anyways.
Absolutely.
I don't like her show anyway. I think she's an idiot.
But you know what they also say? Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. They all stink.
True, but mine's sexy.
Caught later. Where's my Kool-Aid?
I told you, no name stole it. I'll send more.
Bastard.
He's always going to keep stealing it.
I know.
I know.
He just goes over to your mailbox and just takes it out. It's like, okay.
Fucking porch pirate.
Uh,
Should get Ring or whatever those. What's the other one called?
what is the other one called?
I don't know. I know Ring doorbell.
Yeah, I forget what the other one's called.
Blink.
That's it, Blink.
Yeah, just get Blink or Ring and
Ring.
record his ass.
Record his ass, yeah.
There you go.
And then put it on YouTube.
Damn it, no name. You bastard.
What happened?
Dude,
What happens on
better-
Yautja's fourth step stays on YouTube.
or my OnlyFans. What?
Oh. Well, you'll have to send me that link so I can post it with the rest of them.
I got you. I'll send it to you.
All right, perfect. So, I would say if you don't have any further questions for Yaujta that you want to ask him, embarrass him, Sandman,
I embarrass him every day.
First topic.
All right, well, what's the first topic you want to get to?
Games that should have been shows.
Alrighty, you started this one, so
I'll start off with Splinter Cell, which is one of the Tom Clancy, because I think such an amazing character development and franchise of Sam Fisher. And people didn't like Splinter Cell Conviction very much. I thought it was like a good tail end to what's that?
See, I like Conviction.
So did I. And everyone was like, it's kind of like blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but when you think about what happened to him in the previous game, it fits perfectly.
Absolutely.
So I think now Blacklist, because they got a new voice actor for the one game, yeah.
But Blacklist actually had some fantastic gameplay.
Oh, absolutely. And Spies versus Mercs was really fun as well.
Oh, yes, it was.
But not, something like that would just be a really cool, especially like the music that they had in it and stuff like that, would just be something they could easily do. They'd have to find the right voice actor because it's got to have that same.
Why has it got to be you mean actor? Why not?
Or same
make
actor.
It live?
I mean, it has to have the same voice as the voice actor or similar, because that's kind of
iconic?
a lot of what makes Sam Fisher. What was that?
I said, is it very iconic?
Oh, super iconic.
Absolutely iconic.
Super iconic. Michael.
I didn't play. I only think I played the first one, and that was it. I didn't play any of the others, so I'm not big on it.
Adored the Splinter Cell.
The only reason I didn't play is
stealthy games.
Money.
Yeah, they're supposed to be coming out with a newer one, I think. But I don't know when it's coming out. But so I think that I'll go one more, and then I'll let you go, Sandman,
Absolutely.
and then you as well, Yaujta, if you have any. But I have a few. I'll go one more, and then we'll circle back to me. But Gears of War, I feel like that could be a good Michael Bay,
rap test.
No, I just think it would be good because have you guys played Gears of War, both of you?
Well, a little bit, not much.
Have you've obviously know who Terry Crews is.
Oh, no. Who doesn't know who Terry Crews is?
Picture Terry Crews as Coltrane.
on,
come on, that'd be perfect.
Okay,
that would be perfect.
See,
Terry Crews.
Gears of War would be.
But could they get him?
What's that?
Could they get him?
Oh, they would get him 100%.
You know how Terry Crews is. He is all about the lab, the nutcase nonsense.
He'd be all over it. So,
and he does not care to embarrass himself.
Oh no, of course not.
And plus,
have either of you guys ever seen the show Lip Sync Battle?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on there.
Yeah.
Did you see his? Oh God, it's freaking hysterical.
Last one I saw had Channing Tatum on it.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's just the last one that I've seen.
It's been on a while now, though. But
it's been on for a very long time now. But it's a good show. But I mean, he was on there, and I mean, he was shirtless and everything, doing his thing, and just singing it. What the hell song was he singing? I can't think of it. Oh, let me look it up real fast.
But
I will laugh hysterically if it comes out Raining Men.
Probably. But my point is that the CGI and stuff is there now. Plus there's 5 Years of War, games. It's
Mhm.
technically 6, where you could absolutely do it. But that's me. Yaujta, anything that you think?
I think Terry Crews would have been a fantastic model for Coltrane.
Yeah. I think it
Let's
makes
see.
sense.
Games that should have been shows. Let me think. That's actually a good question.
I'll go with another one. Metal Gear Solid could easily be
Oh, that could very easily be a fucking show.
very easily be a show or a movie series. Much like Splinter Cell, which probably those two would be more. Those three would really be more like movies, but I could see them be like short, like Amazon, HBO, like series.
HBO Max, Amazon
Something where
Prime.
it's like 8 episodes is like
Right,
one
and
game.
they're each an hour long.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that way you can tell more of the story. But
Yeah, and it was 1,000 Miles is a song he sang.
oh, okay.
You know, it's funny too. They also, I do know they made a movie out of Assassin's Creed, and I still haven't yet to see it.
Well, I didn't see that either. I heard it was horrible.
I didn't see it. I just heard it was terrible.
Yeah. Now
'Cause
I'll tell you one movie I did see.
follow the first game at all. It was like, or like any of the games really. Like it was just like something else. It's like when they tried to do the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, and the guy just went off on his
Refuse
own.
to watch that.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. But
It doesn't exist.
other than this
No.
conversation for the next 10 seconds, the guy just decided to do his whole own thing. So,
right, now-
anyways.
The video game movie I liked that a lot of people bashed was The Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
I
didn't see it.
liked it.
I
but
liked it.
There was also aspects of it that I did not like.
Yeah, but I mean, it was actually a decent movie for a video
For
game
what
movie.
for what it was actually pretty decent. Did it fully follow the storyline?
No.
No, but it did have some aspects that brought and tied in some aspects of the game too. Not very many,
Yeah.
but there was a few.
Yes.
All in all, though, it was a decent movie, but
Could have been better.
it could have been better.
Yes. But going on to the TV shows or movies out of games that haven't been made that we wanted to pick, I picked out Fallout, like the original Fallout 1 and Fallout 2.
That'd be interesting.
Easily could be made into either a movie or a TV show.
Now there are some fan-made films based on,
And there's some of them are phenomenal.
but they're heavily based on New Vegas.
New Vegas, yeah.
And they are actually really good. You can
Yes,
find them
they
on
are.
YouTube. I've actually looked into a few different ones and watched a few different episodes. They're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I watched a few of them myself. There's one I really liked, Nuka. It's like Nuka Break. That's it. That's what it's called. Fallout Nuka Break. It's phenomenal.
Or not.
There
I
was
think
a April Fool's joke a long time ago now, probably, where I forgot who released it, if it was IGN or somebody released this April. It was on April Fool's, and it was a Legend of Zelda like movie. And
Actually,
it looked like pretty
Decent?
halfway decent. But the problem is you have a character that doesn't speak. So
I don't know how I feel about that.
You could give him a voice, though. You really could.
You could make him into a movie. You would just have to be extremely careful of how you did it.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that is a very, very well-loved franchise. And
Exactly.
if you fuck that up, you're going to be no
Okay.
longer making movies.
So you're 100% correct, but let's look at what is a well-loved franchise. Star
Yeah, they
Wars.
fucked up Mario.
Well, that too. But Star Wars. Who fucked up Star Wars?
EA.
Okay, fucked up 3 movies of Star Wars because Rogue One was
George
okay.
Lucas.
Let's not get off
George
off
Lucas.
track, but I mean, anyways.
Wait, he said who fucked up Star
George
Wars?
Lucas fucked up.
No, he did not.
What? He
Yes,
fucked up when he
first-
sold it to Disney?
Yes,
No,
yes,
no.
yes,
He
yes.
fucked up episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then he fucked up again when he sold it to Disney. Fight me.
No, 3 was pretty good. And by the way, and then we'll get off. We won't go off track on Star Wars because that could be another whole couple podcasts. But the unreleased episode 3 of Star Wars, I read, is like 4 hours long.
Jesus.
I want to watch that 4 hours. Release the Lucas cut.
They're not going to release it.
No,
Lucas
they're
cut. No, he's not Zack Snyder.
Well, did you see that meme about you know, it was back when that actually happened. They're like, oh, and now they're now going to release the full 18-day long Lord of the Rings movie.
God, no. God, no.
Really?
I've already
It was
seen
a
enough
joke.
of that.
It wasn't actually.
I'm sure he has the footage.
Oh,
to do
I'm
so,
sure
though.
he does, but still, that'd be insane.
I mean, I'd watch it. It'd take me a
I'd-
while to get it watched, but
I'd
I would
watch
watch
it.
it.
Oh, I've seen enough of it. I've read the books enough times. I can fill the gaps myself. I'm good.
Yeah.
But tell me how not badassery that would be. Like, you know what? Let's do a massive binge watch. Sit there with their, order in food, sit there on the fucking couch, do an 18-hour long fucking binge.
Yeah.
Did it. I've done it. I've done it with the Harry Potter films. I've done it with the Lord of the Rings film. I've done it with the Star Wars films.
Well, now
I've
you got
done
to
it.
do it with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings together.
Done that too.
Oh my god.
That was a long weekend.
Jesus Christ.
That was a long weekend.
You could do that with all the Star Wars stuff now too. Rogue One,
Did that?
Han
Yep.
Solo,
Did
all
that too.
now.
Did
See,
that too.
I liked Rogue One.
I liked Han's solo story. I like that one.
I didn't see that one yet. I haven't
That
seen
one
that
was
one.
good. It could have been better. So let's not go into spoilers for Chicken Little.
No, definitely not.
But
we already talked about it.
Rogue One was good, and much better than the other three. And obviously because they had three different directors, but well, sort of three different directors. But anyways, any others that you guys have for games that should have been movies? I have two more or one more.
Well, I'll just say this: they are already making a Mario movie.
Yeah, but
That one's animated. I've already
Yes,
looked into that one.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And what is it? Seth Rogen is going to be one of the voices.
yeah,
Yes.
but like again, that's one we just talked about that with Legend of Zelda. You have to be careful because
Yes,
you have
well,
a character that only shouts like,
Mamma Mia!
Mamma Mia and like Yippee, and that's pretty much like it. So you have to be careful.
You do, because look at the live make that they did so many years ago with what the hell is his name? Fuck me.
What
Drawing a
about a Left 4 Dead?
Oh, you could easily do that. Well, that's kind of like Walking Dead, basically, right?
Walking Dead sucks. I don't like it.
I'm not, yeah, but I mean, it's basically that's what it is, right? There's only
Well,
so
basically,
many. I'm not saying you
yeah, man.
can't do it, but there's only so many different zombie things.
You're
you can
not
do,
wrong.
right?
But
No,
I think
yeah,
I think some of the commentary though.
Oh, sure.
True.
There's
Left 4
just-
Dead, not a bad idea.
Ooh. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just thought of something that would actually be very, very interesting. Speaking of commentary, Gearbox Studios.
Okay.
Come on. Borderlands.
Borderlands. That's not a bad idea.
That'd be a better series, though. I think
Yeah, I think that would be a better
Much
TV
better.
series.
much better series.
Especially if it was on either like Netflix or Hulu or something along those lines where they could
Absolutely.
do whatever they want with it.
I mean, hell, they could even put it on Crunchyroll. But
True.
definitely.
Definitely that. Especially the comedy element of that would be phenomenal.
Tiny
And
Tina.
again,
Have like a
yes.
couple episodes of Tiny Tina.
Yes, but I mean, you'd have to pick the right actresses and actors for that fucking movie.
You're
That's
not
why-
wrong. but
Show.
still.
I haven't read much about the new Lord of the Rings TV series. Like, I don't know what the actors are or anything, but
No, neither I.
that's one you have to be careful about as well. But last one I would say for this would be Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. That would be decent.
I still need to play those.
I played
You
them.
haven't played?
I played them. I think the story in the game itself is what makes it such a good game.
Mhm.
I don't think it would translate well on screen
I think it
because it's
would.
your choices that makes the game.
Yeah, but there's a general like line that you're
No.
going down.
Bullshit, because you play goody goody two shoes in every game you play.
No, that's not true.
That's it is.
I played Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I was an assassin. I murdered people.
Only because you had to.
No, you don't have to. You do not have to. You do not have to. You don't. You don't.
I want to
There's
see proof.
The game
I want to see proof.
and in Skyrim as well. When you're abducted by the spoilers, when you're abducted by the Dark
I'm not gonna
Brotherhood,
play it.
she says you can either kill these people she doesn't say this, you can kill me. Or you can just walk out and be done, and that's the end of the quest. And you don't have to do anything. So there you go. You can choose. There is a choice. It's like the Matrix.
All right, fine.
Which kill would you like?
Always go to the
Take
bad.
the fucking blue one.
No,
I always go to the bad side because it's more entertaining.
That's what I do. I mean, there's a game, Deus Ex? The original Deus Ex.
Oh, okay.
The original that was on PC.
I actually know what one you're talking about. I've actually played it.
You can play either lethal or non-lethal. I went lethal every time because it was just more fucking fun.
Well,
exactly.
Obviously, in those games, it's gonna be, yeah.
I mean,
I agree. And then you brought up for one final one, Dead by Daylight.
Yes, I think that could be made into a TV show if they did it right. Again, if they did it right. And how they would do it is you take one killer and the survivor, and you do a story on the killer and how he becomes the killer and why he's killing these people.
So almost like
and like the last portion of the episode just be like them in a match.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it could also be like a group of survivors, and what was the Once Upon a Time? It could almost be like that. Like each season could be centered around a killer, and there's a bunch of survivors.
Yes, basically.
It could be like something like that.
And you get the story of that killer for that season throughout each episode.
Yeah.
As he's doing these things, you flashbacks, what have you.
And some could carry over survivors between seasons, some couldn't,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I think it would be done right actors. I think it could be done good.
Yeah, because if you actually look in the shop of Dead by Daylight, every single killer has an entire list of lore of what they started out as,
and how they ended up the way
they did, and then the entity sucking them into the fog.
Yes, and if they followed that, even if they added a little bit to it, but they stayed within that structure, I think it would be damn good. Because there's a lot of good lore in there.
Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%. You should go check it out.
The Spirit is one of my favorite lore.
Oh, I loved her lore. It was phenomenal.
I'll have to look at it. I didn't see that. So it's in the shop?
When you go to the shop and you actually look at the killers directly, pull them up, and you can actually see on the right-hand side of their character model, and you can see their entire story.
Okay.
They're adding to the stories every time there's a riff.
Oh, good to know. I'll have to look it up. I did not know that.
Yeah, the rift is not just a bunch of achievements to unlock. There's actually lore inside the rift.
Yes.
Yeah, but then involves reading, and reading is just so.
Look,
that's why people invented podcasts, so we don't have to read. Because how interesting would this be if someone had to read everything we were saying? No one would want to do that.
I mean, look at Fallout 76. Every other Fallout prior would give you all the lore up in your face. Fallout 76, if you actually wanted to hunt for the lore, you had to actually look for it. Whether it was looking for the tapes, looking for the papers. The only way to actually find out anything was to actually look for it.
Yeah, that's why.
And then read it. And I think that's one of the reasons why it fell apart.
And Elder Scrolls does a good combination of that. Because you're given the lore for like the main stuff. But if you read the books in Elder Scrolls, you get so much more like background and other stuff that's going on in between, which is cool.
Exactly.
Games. So the next one we were going to talk about was worst games, just ones that we'd thought of, talked about, looked up. I know one that you immediately thought of, Sandman.
Yeah, and I'll always think of it. It is the worst game ever made. And it is for the Atari 2600, and it's E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
I knew where this was going.
As soon as I brought up this topic, I'm like, let's do this one. He's like, I already got it. I'm like, already? Yes. You already got it already? How already?
Yes.
But do you understand why?
No, I'll tell you why. How about that?
Go on.
I know why. I was wondering if he knows why.
No, because I didn't play the Atari. I played the Super Nintendo.
He's too young.
The original Nintendo in 64. Which didn't even come out like when I was playing games, but those are the oldest ones I've played, oldest systems, and PlayStation and the original Xbox, all that. But that's not even old. But
well, I got a couple facts here because I looked it up.
Oh my God, he prepared facts.
I prepared.
I feel like I should have like a
gold star
like thing that pops up and like now with 10% more facts from Sandman.
Yes.
Something like that. I'm gonna have it prepared next time we do this.
Yes. There you go.
Yes.
And don't forget my gold star.
Yeah, well, 1 gold star. I'm gonna write that down. If you get to a certain number, there'll be a prize.
I like prizes. All right, here's fact number 1. One of the reasons why it was such a terrible game was because it was only coded in 5 weeks. There were so many bugs in the game because they coded it so damn fast to ship it out along with the movie. There was a part of the game that made it unbeatable. No one could win it because you would fall in that hole, you couldn't get out of the hole, and you would just stand and the screen would just stay there and you would just move back and forth between the hole, and that's it. That was the game.
That's pretty
Which
shitty.
made it completely unenjoyable for everyone who bought the game. It was buried, recorded and buried in a landfill in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
They took all of the ones they couldn't sell, they got all the ones that they recalled back, and they buried it in a landfill in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in denied it that they did this. And I think in 2013, 2014, somewhere around there, a couple of kids went out looking for it and found it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
How committed do you have to be?
Go look for that.
Where you're tracing through a landfill. Like what?
Yes.
What level have you gotten to in life that you need to go through a landfill to find
Not just any
a
landfill.
shitty game?
Buried landfill.
Oh yeah.
You had to dig it up.
Oh god.
I think those kids were actually looking to see how factual that information was, and then found it.
Like Bigfoot and all that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was actually cited as the catalyst for the 1983 video game Crash.
Definitely worst video game of all time.
Yes.
One of the worst.
One of the worst.
No, the worst.
The worst.
That was the worst.
All right, well.
It was the
That
worst.
was
Nothing
100%
has
the worst.
beaten that. And if you actually go online and type in top
Oh,
worst games
it's always
of all,
on the
it's
list.
number 1. It's always
on the
number
list.
1.
Yeah.
Because how many other games do you know of that was actually recalled and buried in a landfill?
Yes.
Well, that was some amazing facts, Sandman. You know, I don't know how you're going to top that next time when I call on you for some facts. But you're going to have to figure it out somehow, man. Because there's going to be some sort of like thing that's going to pop up. There's going to be fanfare. You're going to be ready, man.
It's going to be a little self-titled aspect called Sandman's Facts.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll have a little.
Yes,
You'll
there
have
we
your
go.
own little
little segment.
like the more you know things that used to
more
be on
you know.
TV. That'll be
The more you know.
that'll be
Stark
like the
on the
Sandman.
You know.
It'll be like a little like none of us have probably watched it, but 60 Minutes where they have the little clicking.
Oh, the clicking
clock,
tab. Yes.
that'll
I know
just
exactly what
pop
you're
up. It'll
talking
be
about.
like Sandman facts, and then it'll just be a video of just Sandman, and he'll be like talking about a fact, and then it'll just go back to the podcast.
Yes.
I brought up
the concept of what grinds my gears.
yeah,
There you
exactly
go.
from Family Guy. Yeah,
That I could do.
yeah, that would be easy. I wanted to bring up Cyberpunk, which obviously
2077.
not one of the worst games ever, but like
No, it had its
terrible,
issues.
terrible execution.
Yes.
Terrible.
Extremely.
The execution wasn't all just on Project Rect.
No, it wasn't.
Part of that was actually on the fans too, for
Yeah, they
the
were
constant threats that they were sending to Project Rect to get it out.
Yes. And let this be a lesson to all you gamers out there. I don't care how long it takes for a game to come out.
Overwatch 2.
Let them do it properly.
Elder Scrolls 6.
You know.
They're gonna flop that though.
It's Bethesda. It's Bethesda. and
Yeah,
Cinemax.
Bethesda
They're gonna
doesn't know
flop it.
how to make a good game without fucking it up some way, somehow.
But you know what? You're 100% right. But I'm gonna say that they shouldn't have announced this game if they were that far behind constantly.
I agree. That was on them.
And the blame is ultimately on them in the end because
So they announced that like a couple years ago, didn't they?
no, longer than that.
Longer than that.
They announced it forever. It was in like production for forever, and then they just kept delaying it. Like it was like kind of like Overwatch 2 that was supposed to come out in 19. Now they've delayed it till 2022. They just keep delaying it. Like don't ever announce it.
Give me my Overwatch.
You got Overwatch.
You got
I want Overwatch 2.
Well,
That's not what you said. You said give me Overwatch.
if you want them to be like little doodles that fall through the ground every time you take a step, then you get Overwatch 2. That's probably what's going to happen.
Exactly. Exactly.
So just so
Stop
you're aware
bitching. Let them do what they need to do. And
No,
let
no,
them come
no.
out with a good game.
Listen, the only bitching that I actually do when it comes to any video game, and I know this guy is going to 100% disagree with me and make
What?
fun of me as soon as I say it. I know
would
how he
never.
is. Oh, it must be reversed on your screen. That guy.
So
Oh,
you guys
Sandman.
are.
It's
Yeah, just
reversed.
say the fucking
Okay.
name,
Sandman
dude.
or me?
Anyways, Sandy Balls.
Okay.
Fuck you,
So,
yeah.
so Warframe.
Oh, fuck that fucking game. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh,
So
God, I gotta
Warf-
hear about this again.
No,
Just
shut your face
deafen yourself, you'll be fine.
for like 2 seconds. So Warframe
dos.
announced I knew he was going to do it. At the earlier point of the year of 2021, the devs at Warframe announced that they were going to do cross progression. I want the cross progression to hurry the hell up because all of my stuff's on my PS4. I want to play on my PC.
Mm-hmm.
Like playing on my PS4 is boring. That's why it collects dust. That is really the only bitching that I do when it comes to throwing me off here. The only thing that I actually gripe about, like, let's hurry up with this cross progression thing. Your game is pretty solid. Like, let's go. I want to play.
No, I get that.
But as for like Overwatch, as much as I would absolutely adore to play Overwatch 2, I want it to be good the second it comes out.
Sure.
Yes.
So I don't bitch about games to be hurry up and made. I want my
No.
cross progression to hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand it. Game's already made.
Right.
Exactly.
How
They got it.
now
They
fresh
got
should
it
be?
polished enough to where they're now working on something that you want.
Right.
Mhm.
That I can, and that is something that they could probably do quite easily.
Mhm.
So I can understand the impatience of that.
Now, by the way, to go back to Cyberpunk briefly, it was announced. It was announced in 2012.
Yes.
Why would you announce a game in 2012 that you're not going to be putting out? Like maybe you thought, 2015 we'll have it out, no problem. Guess what? 2015. 2017 we'll have it out, no problem. It's 2020. Okay, we'll put it out, and then it becomes the biggest letdown ever.
I don't know
why
about the
did they
biggest
announce
letdown.
it
One of the
so
biggest
early?
letdowns. What would be a bigger letdown in a video game that's been released?
Fallout 76.
You think? I don't know, because a lot of people
Look
how many copies of Cyberpunk sold like that
the day
day
it came out. Look how many Fallout 76 sold the day it came out. Not only 76 the game itself, but the bag and all the other crap
for you, Tizar.
that they brought in.
What's that?
After we get through this bit, I got another one for you. But carry on, man.
Anyway, the bag that they totally dissed every single purchase on. They said they were coming with a nice canvas bag. They sent them a plastic fucking bag basically.
So
after people were spending hundreds of dollars for the game and the bag alone.
So Cyberpunk 2077 sold 13 million copies in its first 10 days.
See, now at first the glitches that were in the game. Honestly, I did enjoy the game.
Yeah, the game was decent.
I enjoyed it.
I just didn't like. I played it on PS4. The graphics weren't the greatest. The rendering took forever, and that's what made me not want to play. It's because it was just horrible that way.
76
Had it
sold
been the PS4.
1.4 million copies in its initial couple months. So no, not as close.
No, but still a bigger failure.
Sure.
And if you want to go with an even bigger failure, No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, they also significantly fixed, though.
They fixed, but when they first came out with that game, it was so underprepared for what they promised that it bombed majorly.
I had another one for
Go
that.
ahead. Go ahead.
What's the other one?
What's the one you're going to say?
Anthem.
Huh?
Anthem actually is on my list of worst games.
I actually pre-ordered that with the Legionnaire Edition.
Oh, that sucks for you.
So I spent big money on that fucking game, and it came out, and I'm just like, the fuck is this shit?
It was the last one you pre-ordered, wasn't it?
No.
No.
I
What was the one you
Fallout 76 too.
that's right.
Ooh.
But those were the last two games you won't pre-order anymore.
That was the last two games I pre-ordered.
Because those two games.
Yep. I didn't even pre-order Cyberpunk because I knew after being let down from Fallout 76 and Anthem
and No Man's Sky, because I pre-ordered that as well.
I didn't pre-order that one.
I did.
I got out of being burnt out of those two. I'm like, I'm not pre-ordering anymore.
See, I think I'm still going to pre-order Avowed, but that's
what?
just Avowed. That's the RPG that Obsidian is going to be most
Yeah, we were
likely
talking about that
releasing
on your
this year.
stream the other day.
Now, Obsidian is a hell of a video game maker.
And they did the Outer
Worlds.
Outer Worlds. They
So-
also the original of Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics.
Right. So
They know how to make a game, so that I actually would pre-order.
this is
I think
supposed to
Outer
be.
Worlds could have been better though.
Oh yeah, but I think it's
Yeah,
a good
but they-
stepping stone that they did with that and their previous knowledge. Where this game is supposed to be bigger map wise than Skyrim and Oblivion combined. For when we're comparing them to similar style RPGs, and it's going to be an RPG, and then you have Obsidian making it that already has made great games in the
RPGs
past.
already.
Fallout.
Yes. Fallout.
They did KOTOR 1 and 2, I think.
hmm
I mean they have a good past record.
They did
so-
New Vegas, Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
They did do
In
New
most
Vegas.
people's opinion, not mine, but most people's opinion, the best Fallout game made.
Mhm.
I think the best one is Fallout 1, but that's just my
Actually-
opinion.
Actually, Mrs. Yautja, she has absolutely agreed that New Vegas was by far some of the best Fallout she's ever played.
And that was them. That was not Bethesda.
Mhm.
And she's the one who actually got me into Fallout series. Which the
Yes.
only Fallout series I've ever actually played was New Vegas, 4, and 76.
The only game that Bethesda is good at is counting its money. Like
Yes.
Mr. Krabs.
Yes. Yes.
Time to
And
count
EA
the money.
Sports.
Now,
EA Sports.
to move
Money, money,
along
money,
here,
money, money.
to move along here, another game of the worst games ever, I have to put in there is Duke Nukem Forever.
You know, I never played Duke Nukem Forever. I played
Oh,
some of the
man.
predecessors, but I've never played Forever.
Horrible, horrible game.
And that
They
sucks
didn't even
because
try.
you
Because
have
it came out on the PS4, didn't it?
Yes, they came
Yeah.
out on every. I think it came out on everything.
But that sucks also because you have previous games in the series that are like good to great, and then you're just let down by that. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
that's just like, and that's the same thing with the Fallout stuff. It's just like a hit to the gut where it's just like, oh, like, did the same people make all of them?
PS3 actually.
Huh?
It,
PS3,
Duke
yeah.
Nukem Forever was PS3, not 4.
Did the same
I'm sorry.
people make Duke Nukem Forever as they did?
I believe so.
So-
Developers 3D Realms, Gearbox Software.
So what did they do? What like how did they like become so?
Horrible.
Yeah.
They rushed the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was basically unplayable, and some of the jokes that they threw in there were so goddamn offensive that even I didn't find them funny.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's saying something.
That's saying something.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Yes. So, I mean, I play games like Postal, for crying out loud, where you're going around just killing people because you went nuts, and at the end you blow your own brain out. I mean, come on. I play games like that, and this is too offensive for me? That's saying
pretty
something.
bad.
Yes.
That is bad.
Yeah.
If Sandman saying it offends him, that's bad. That's
Yes.
real bad. I've played with this cat for years. That says something.
Any final crappy games that we want to mention before we move on to our next topic?
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Now
It could've
you
been
got to
better.
clarify, not the PlayStation 2 one, right?
No, it was on PlayStation, but it was on PlayStation 4. It just came out not long
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, the new one.
The new
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
reason
it's the
such a bad
entire
game-
PlayStation system that I actually have because mine's actually based on the Battlefront 2 system.
But what they did with it was so horrendous that, and a lot of companies tried following their suit, is the microtransactions.
hmm
I already paid you $60 for this game. Now I got to pay more money just so I can actually have a chance to play against other people. Where's the fun in that?
It's
You want
bullshit.
to start getting into that? You start looking at Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 is another one. They
Jesus
come out with a
Christ.
they come out with a game. It was actually a decent game. The original itself was decent. Now they come out with DLCs and DLCs, and you have to pay for each one of them.
Mhm.
That's not enough for them now. Now they're coming out with the next DLC, and the dungeons on that DLC, you have to pay extra for it.
hmm
It's nothing but a money grab, and I can't stand companies that try that.
Bethesda.
But that's just one of them. Yes. Look at Fallout 76. They did the same thing with it. We're not doing transactions.
How many fucking times have they released Skyrim? Like,
7.
They've released so many Skyrims. You could have made Elder Scrolls 6 by now twice.
They even made an Alexa version of Skyrim.
Oh my god, don't tell me that.
Yes, they did. Yep.
They did. You sit there and play it via voice to your Alexa, and your Alexa tells you what's going on.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Shit you not.
I believe you.
Alrighty.
So
that's it for the games.
That's it for games. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving movies, which is obviously a smaller list than our Christmas ones, which we'll have next month. But that one, that'll be a long podcast, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Now, I have to highlight a classic, not as good as the Christmas one, but a classic Thanksgiving movie, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Show, movie, whatever you want to call it, short. But it's a classic. It's a classic.
It's a classic. It is a classic.
Everything Peanuts is a classic. Let's be honest.
I wouldn't go that fucking far.
Well, a lot of the mainstream stuff, but
no.
So
but it's decent. It's good. But if you really want to watch something that will make you laugh, that you'll enjoy, and a Thanksgiving movie, you got to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
100%. All they're trying to do is get home for Thanksgiving. John Candy, Steve Martin, 2 great comedians in their prime. Just sit back and watch and enjoy and laugh your ass off.
Yeah.
Especially when Steve Martin talks to the woman at the car rental place. I'll just leave it there for you.
You always need to laugh around the holidays because it's always so stressful when you're getting shit together and all that stuff.
And you got to see your fucking family.
Yeah, that's some people feel that way. True.
One of them.
But you also wanted to bring up
a Sandman tradition that is every year, forever, so as long as I can remember. We have a radio station here on 93.3 WMMR. Big props to them. They've been doing rock and roll for over 50 years. And every Thanksgiving, the DJ, Pierre Robert, always plays Alice's Restaurant. Now, this is a song that Arthur... That's not his name. What the fuck's his...
Ario Guthrie.
Ario Gunther. That's it. I was trying to combine the two. He wrote... It's about an 18-minute long song. They also made it into a movie, which is a very funny movie. It's just a Thanksgiving tradition. He talks about Thanksgiving. He talks about a bunch of stuff that was going on at the time he wrote the song. Very informative, extremely funny. Definitely worth a listen or watch.
Any good Thanksgiving movies you watch, Yaujta?
Just trying to research.
And let's talk about Thanksgiving. Someone prepared.
Actually, from the list I'm looking at, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is actually ranked 4th as one of the best movies to actually watch for Thanksgiving.
It's pretty highly rated.
Yes, it is.
Why I picked it. If you like animations, Freebirds is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I thought about it and I dismissed it.
Now,
I mean, I have a 3-year-old, so
he has to.
That's true. Mine's 14. I don't see her for Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving in my family isn't all that important to us, so we don't really care. But I let her stay with her mother.
Now, what is our favorite? I guess I would say side dish for Thanksgiving, gentlemen.
Ooh.
For me,
my mother's stuffing.
I would say stuffing, because
my mother's stuffing.
There was a stuffing, and I have not had it since we had it the one year, and I'm so pissed off because no one will make it again because I can't cook stuffing. We had a stuffing that had sourdough bread, and that was amazing. So good.
Try that.
Oh, so good.
My mother's stuffing is a meal itself. I actually got the recipe this year. Ooh. Candy is going to make it for me this year.
Oh.
I cannot wait because I didn't get to have it last year because my parents moved to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ingredients in it is sausage.
Oh.
Yes. Look at Yautja. He's what? Yes. Best stuffing ever. if you ever come up here, we'll try to make it for you. And right then and there, you'll never want anyone else to stop it. I guarantee it.
Fair enough.
But then that's gonna like
Ruin you for
stuffing
all
for the rest of Thanksgiving. I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to have it. I'm gonna need the recipe too. Then at that point,
Well, you're gonna have to ask Mrs. Sandman,
it's easy.
the queen.
I would just
Mother-
ask. I'll just ask
Mother
Candy.
bird.
Candy will get it for me.
No, Candy will not give out my
Candy
mother's
would
recipe.
give it out. Yeah, she.
No, Candy.
Andy would kick your ass.
Yeah, she would. But not only that, she would kick my ass. Not only that, my mother
She
would
has.
kick all our asses.
Why? It's a recipe. Is it that highly guarded?
It's a family recipe.
Haven't you ever heard of not fucking with a Philly woman?
Exactly.
No,
And
because I've never
not
been
only
to
that-
Philly.
Not only that, my mother's from Camden, New Jersey.
Got it. New Jersey people.
That
are
right,
tough.
that right there is scary enough. Nope,
Yeah.
even I'm not crossing that.
Yeah, New Jersey people are tough. Absolutely.
Not only New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey.
There is a certain
Does
line
it mean
that I'm
something?
okay with crossing.
Yes, it's-
that one's not one of them.
There's 2 places in America that are worst places listed every year. First one is Detroit. Guess where the second one is?
I'm assuming it's the place where your mom was from.
Yes.
It's the only reason
Like
you
a-
bring it up.
Like I said, there's a certain line that I'm alright with crossing. That is not one of them.
Yes. You don't fuck with people from Camden. No.
Well,
And my mother even says it. She said, I'm from Camden. I'll beat that bitch into the ground.
none of you people are getting my pierogi recipe for
That's fine with me. I don't like pierogies.
Well, you are.
I'm just gonna have to visit wherever you're at so that I get some of your pierogies. Then
You can do that. It's fine.
oh, you better have some Kool-Aid ready.
Of course.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
He's gonna do that as soon as he walks through the door.
Yes.
Just bring some of West Virginia's finest.
Oh,
There you go.
dog, you know it. Come on now. Actually, got some of that sitting right here beside me.
There you go.
Pineapple, baby.
Get a mango one.
I actually got a couple new ones ordered. What is it? It's a watermelon berry, and then
That's not
I
bad.
got another one coming that is butterscotch.
Oh,
See, I want a mango. I like
mango
mangoes.
would taste good.
Yeah, I think mango would be awesome.
Now, I know you wanted to close out the podcast, Salmon, with one more topic.
Yes.
I'll
Yes,
let you
with
kind of lead this one.
Yes, well, I unfortunately have a lot of sad news. A living legend has finally passed away at 85 years old. Dean Stockwell, child actor turned huge star throughout his entire career, has done movies like Dune, The Boy with Green Hair, has starred alongside Frank Sinatra, Gene Kelly, made a huge hit with Scott Bakula's Quantum Leap. He'll be sorely missed, and
You might want to turn around and see what your cat just did.
yeah, I probably jumped on top of the freaking door, right?
Opened the door and then pulled something out.
Fucking bitch, I swear to God. I want to stick her in there and lock her in
We're
there.
almost done. We're almost done.
Yes.
It's all right.
Anyway,
Battlestar Galactica, too.
Battlestar
Star
Galactica,
Trek.
he's done so many things. We would need a whole podcast just to go over the movies and TV shows he has done and contributed to. One hell of a nice guy.
I mean, he's a legend right up there with freaking Tim Curry. Let's be realistic.
Yes, he is. I mean, and not only that, from some of the stuff that I've been reading about him lately, because I was such a huge fan, I found out since he was a child actor himself, whenever a kid was on set of Quantum Leap or any of his movies, he would always make sure he would take a break, walk over to them, see if they were doing okay, if everyone was treating them all right. He made sure that they were treated with respect.
That's awesome.
And that right there shows you what kind of a guy he was,
Yeah.
and he will be sorely missed.
Absolutely.
Man,
So-
Quantum Leap, the episodes that I saw were fucking great too.
The whole series was phenomenal, and they should have never ended it. Well, I mean, they shouldn't have ended it then. They should have kept it going for a couple more years because they had plenty of more stories to go.
It's tough to do
absolutely.
those shows, though. You know?
It is tough to do those shows, especially back at the time that they did it.
Sure.
Mhm.
I mean, the CGI wasn't the greatest in the world, yet they still pulled it off perfectly.
Sure.
I mean, look at Doctor Who. Let's be realistic here.
Exactly. Doctor Who is another one.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he was even in an episode of Doctor Who, I believe.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I
No,
wasn't surprised.
I mean, Blue Velvet, Paris, Texas, Married to the Mob. I mean, just phenomenal movies. And yes, these are older movies that Chicken Little most likely has not seen.
Poor
Needs to
chicken
go
girl.
see, especially if he likes the mob shows. He needs to go see Married and Mob. It's a phenomenal movie.
I will.
There you go.
Perfect.
Alrighty, that's all I got to say about that. Just rest in peace, and may God be with him.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap things up here. So thank you to you, Yaujta, for being our first official guest on the podcast.
Yes,
Many more.
thank you.
Pleasure.
We'll have you back, maybe for a
Yes.
Bethesda rant night, but
Yes,
Ooh, that'd be
will,
fun.
we will
We
have
could
you
definitely
back
do that.
because we could go on a long time about that. But
Oh,
they,
absolutely.
they've done some good. I'll give them that, but recently not so much. Oblivion.
They've
That
done
was a
some
good
good?
game. That was a
They've
good
done
game.
some good.
The look on his face.
Elder
They've done
Scrolls
some
4 Oblivion. That was a good game. Come on, you gotta agree with me there. You haven't played it, so what would you know?
Mrs. Yautja absolutely
Good content.
adores Oblivion.
Yes, it's such a fucking good game. Then they had to do. All right, we won't get into it now. See,
we
you
even
guys are
went
gonna get me
all
on
over
started.
topic.
You're gonna get me started on a topic here. No. I try to wrap
Down,
it up,
move
and
on.
then we move on to another topic. So thank you again. Our links will be below. We all stream weekly on Twitch. We also have a Discord that I'll post the link in as well. It is a community Discord, the Sand Preserve. We will be back again, of course, next month with our holiday, Christmassy December podcast. So be on the lookout for that.
Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes. Make sure you.
As long as I get my turkey day before Fat Boy comes.
There you go. Perfect. Make sure you follow us on Spotify. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us all on Twitch if you have not already. For
Please
more
leave us some comments.
Comments. I
Condoms?
can't talk. Condoms if you
Condoms?
want. Comments.
Condoms.
Comments.
I don't need those anymore, man.
Oh, ooh. See, TMI, man. TMI. You
Neither
didn't
does
need to know
Yaujta.
about that.
Yaujta doesn't need them anymore either.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
All right. Well, TMI.
Just check out Yaujta's OnlyFans page.
Giggity,
Link
baby.
in the description, everyone. Thank you, everybody. Have a
Peace,
good
love, game, y'all.